Right, welcome guys to the Slowpoke. Well, we've got ourselves another vivid voltage deck profile for you today, and this low-key could be the new best deck in format. You know, I'm not even just saying that just to gas you up. Melmetal Zacian has got some big W's coming out from Vivid Voltage, and I just don't understand Pokemon sometimes and why they print silly cards like this. But let's have a look, shall we? Right, so let's get started then with two of the Melmetal Melmetal Lucario GX, I should say. Basic Pokemon 260 HP with 2 attacks, well, 3 attacks, I guess, and we'll be using them all. Let me tell you that. So we got a Steel Fist for 2 colors, you do 50 damage. Search your deck for a Metal Energy attached to this Pokemon. Decent little poke. You know, we're going to be as tanky as we are. Like, we're going to see how tanky we're going to get in a sec. Being able to just set up this next attack, which is 2 metal, 2 colorless, heavy impact, you do 150. That's perfectly fine. Now 150, use a 2-shot everything in format when there's VMAXs around, and it's kind of annoying that this isn't 2-shot VMAXs now, or I guess I'm kind of happy it doesn't, to be honest. But yeah, it's not a bad little attack, is it? You know, when you've got Steel Fist backing you up, you know, there's decent little pokes, I guess. But then Full Metal Wall is the main reason why I'm playing this Melmetal tag team Pokemon. For one, I'm not sure what is the text. I'm not actually sure. So for 1 energy, your Metal type Pokemon take 30 less for the rest of the game. Okay, yeah. So for 1 colorless, all your Metal type take 30 less for the game. Think of it like an inverse or a creation for Metal types. And then if you've got an extra energy attached, so 2 in total, you can discard all energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So it's like a double-edged threat there. Not only are you discarding all energies from your opponent's active Pokemon, because most of the time you do want to do Full Metal Wall for full value, but you're also taking 30 less for the rest of the game. And yeah, we've got some ways to making that 30 a little bit higher. But yeah, that's our build around, really, the Lucario Melmetal. We've also then got the best attacker printed in a very long time in Zacian. We've got 4 of them. Hit a little bit more vertical for you. Oh, no. There we go. Yeah, so we've got 4 Zacians. Really cool card. We should all know this by now. Basic Pokemon 220 HP with an ability Intrepid Sword. At the end, well, you can use this ability, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, attach any metals you find there, and then you can put the rest of the cards in your hand. So there's always a how, which is crazy. It's always a how. And then you can actually accelerate some energies as well. You got Brave Blade for 3 metals, you do 230. So yeah, we all know that 230, 2 shots at everything, 1 shot's an awful lot of stuff too. And then after Full Metal Wall, got an effective 250 HP. Pretty nuts. But oh, wait, doesn't stop there though. Against the VMAX decks, we got 2 Zacian of V. With the ability, obviously, Dauntless Shield, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon via attacks of your opponent's VMAX Pokemon. So it's immune to Eternatus, immune to Pikachu VMAX, immune to any Center Scorch, funnily enough, as well. Immune to all of them. And then our attack is usable as well. You know, for 2 metals and 1 color, you do 130. You can discard a special energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Now that could be more impactful moving forward in the format, as stuff like Stone Fighting, the new Meta Energy that's played in here. These cards will be seeing play, so that Assault Tackle's discard energy could come up a lot more. But yeah, so that's all the Pokemon we want. We don't play any others. We want to be as tanky as possible. We don't want our opponent to just gust up the Dene, for example, right? So this is all we play. So after we've used our Full Metal Wall GX, all of our Pokemon are going to be at -30. And if we control our bench, and we only bench stuff when we've got certain tools in hand as well, we can really start making it a bit scary. Let's go on to our supporters then. So we start off with 4 Professor's Research. So I looked away from the screen to see what OVS was looking like, and I flipped back around. So we got ourselves 4 Professor's Research. Best supporter in the game, really. You know, discard draw 7 is always nice. We got Metal Sources and stuff as well. We want to be seeing a lot of stuff, and Professor's Research will let us do that. We then have 4 Marnie also. Now, this is interesting in the sense that it's going to make us a little bit more hand disrupty as well. Given our opponent 4 color, let's say turn 2, for example, our opponent's just Auto Creation, right? If we can Marnie, Full Metal Wall their 2 energies off, give them a 4-card hand, start the turn, it's like, okay, you're asking our opponent to have a lot of stuff there. So Marnie lets us be disruptive whilst being super tanky as well. And then we got 4 Bosses Autos, just because, you know, Boss Autos, in my opinion, is the best supporter in the game. No, I don't want it banned. I like being able to hit what I want. But yeah, 4 Boss Autos, so we can be super clinical with our Brave Blades and even our like Metal Impacts and all that good stuff as well. 2 Guzmahala. That was really cool how I flipped them both at the same time there. How did I do that? But Guzmahala now is integral to this deck's success, and I'll show you why. Because Guzmahala, right? Because back before, in the last format, or this current format now, as I'm recording, right? If you wanted to actually, like, you know, have a decent chance against Wilder decks, you had to play Weak Guard Energy. And Weak Guard Energy don't provide anything for your attack cost for the most part, right? Outside of Melmetal, it doesn't help Zacian, for example. And Zacian's going to be the one that's going to be doing the main prize taking. But that all changed with this set, because we've got a really good stadium and we've got a really good special energy. And Guzmahala, you know, funny enough, happens to search for all that stuff as well. So a tag call can search you for 3, well, good special energy, good stadium, and a good tool card, and your Melmetal as well. So Guzmahala is super important in this deck. Let me show you the stuff that Guzmahala will be searching for. So we got 3 of the new Chichester Bath Stadium. Each player's basic Pokemon in play take 20 less damage from your opponent's attacks. And it's cards like this where, or maybe I'll do a video, like a rant about this, but what are Pokemon doing with cards like this? Do you really think the basic Pokemon need more support Pokemon? Like, really? Is Zacian not good enough already? Like, oh dear. Or your tag teams, like ADP can play if they want. Like if they go Big Charm, Chichester Bath, you're not going to turn 2 kill them, are you? Then they always get an ultimate ray off. Could be a deck that I'm thinking of playing, in all honesty. But yeah, it's just a silly card, but you know, getting back to non-rant mode, it gives your Melmetal what, 260, after GX 290, 310 effective health, right? After GX, if you've got a Chichester Baths in play. And then we also play 2 of these energies, which Guzmahala will be searching. Coating Metal Energy. I'm not sure exactly how that'll get translated to in English, but what that basically does, it provides a Metal Energy whilst attached to your Metal Pokemon, but it also removes weakness, and that is why this could be the new BDIF potential, because it used to be the World decks would keep this in check. Now you could say, oh, they could play Heat Proof and that, but if a World deck just played like a Cramorant, or it just played you know, Dub Wall, then, you know, Heat Proof gets KO'd, and I don't think a couple Weak Guard energies will swing the matchup. Ask anyone who's proficient at playing this deck, I'm sure they can tell you that Weak Guard doesn't, like, I mean, it might give you like a 30% chance to win, but it ain't, you know, it's nothing crazy. This, on the other hand, is really good. It's silly, in all honesty. Let's get back to our supporters though. We've got 2 Malolanas. Again, like, if they're already super tanky, being able to just heal off 120 damage at a whim is like nuts, whilst providing a switch out as well. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then same for Caitlyn, because we are playing a full tag team supporter package. But let's say our Melmetal Zacian gets hit by a Brave Blade, right? Normally does what? Let's say even from ADP, right? Does 260. So you take off what? Take off that, take off 30. You take off 20 there, so that's minus 50, right? And we also play some tool cards, I believe are these ones, right? Metal Goggles. Thank God Metal Frying Pan is still not in format. Metal Goggles, or what this does is, if it's attached to a Metal Pokemon, they take 30 less damage from attacks, and they can't be hit by opponents like abilities, or like bench damage, essentially. So think of Ferret Arrow from Decidueye GX. You couldn't use Ferret Arrow. But this is where it starts to get silly, because we've got minus 30 for our metal types with a Metal Goggles attached, right? Minus 20 from Chichester Baths, so that's 50 between these two, and then another 30. Right, so we're at minus 80 damage, boys and girls. Minus 80 damage. That's strong. That's good. And then combine it with some Malolanas. It's just like, oh dear. Not good. It's not good at all. It's not good. It's actually quite scary, in all honesty. In this deck like this, it would just always make stage 2s never playable. Like super playable, because, oh dear. Anyway, let's get back to the deck. So we've got 4 Metal Saucers. So we can, you know, accelerate energies to our Zacians really easily, get them attacking in one turn, hopefully, or some Mazentas. So like, let's say we attach to Zacian in a turn, Intrepid Sword 1 more energy, so we do play quite a high energy count. And we use Metal Saucer, and away we go. That's the idea. We have 4 Quick Ball with an all basic deck. So Quick Ball basically reads, search out any of your Pokemon, put them into your hand, pretty nuts, whilst getting Metal Energies in the bin as well. We then got 4 Switch again, so we can make most really good use of the Metal Saucer, because obviously we can go to the bench. Yeah, have us good deck movement, get us out of Boss's Order Stall. Okay, we then played 2 Tag Calls. We were a tag team support of Indian, whilst being able to search out our Melmetal is quite nice. So tag calls are really cool. Like I said, tag call in here like can search your Melmetal, and then that searches Guzhala. Guzhala searches your energy, your stadium, and your goggles. Maybe we should play 3 tackles in here thinking about it. And we got 1 tool scrapper, just because, you know, there's going to be a lot of stuff in format that we don't like long view scope springs to mind, and all just a load of rubbish. Maybe in the mirror, getting metal goggles as well. So you play tool scrapper for that. And I guess amazing rare Jirachi. A lot of those lists are now playing U-turn boards with amazing rare Jirachi. So yeah, let's see how many energy we play. I think it's 13 off the top of my head. Let's have a look. So what's that? 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we got 11 basic metal energies to round off the list. So yeah, there we go. We play a lot of energy just so we can, you know, never miss them. And hopefully Intrepid Sword turn 1 will get some good value as well. But yeah, there's the list. So now we're minus 80ing a turn, and we have no weakness to the metal, so the Worldex can't keep us in check. Do you think this is BDIF potential? I honestly, hand on heart, think it could be. But let me know what you think of this. If you have the more vivid voltage, gameplay, and depth profiles, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Try and get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so all help is much appreciated, okay? But thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.